My sewing room officially flooded again last night. So I've dragged all of the machines in this morning. Yay! Very exciting stuff. I just need to, I've got my laptop here so I can see everyone's comments. I just need to let you all know that I am in fact alive, because otherwise you don't know to be here. And I'm aware that I'm currently really talking to myself, but that's fine too. Post. And let's go. Right, hello. I see I have two people. How fantastic. As you can see by my black floors and not my glitter floors, we are inside. And that's okay. It's not really what I wanted. I do love my shed, but I am not going to sew with the floor wet. I thought about mopping it because it's like pooling the water, but I also figure it's probably going to keep doing it, so I'm just going to wait till the end of the excessive rain. Hello, Pennsylvania. Hello, everybody. We're on some weird random angle for my machine today. I decided to wear comfy clothes rather than pretty clothes. I love this shirt. It's loose, it's comfy. I've just realized I do not have my hardware. Oh, speaking of hardware, I'm getting some sewing themed bowls in the small and large. They are in the mail. I just have to wait till they get here. Alright. First up, we are gonna need silver and the Raggabrash, obviously, but also I forgot I need my package. I got a package. This was not going to be a package video, but I got a package. Mia Zen. I got some really pretty 1.5 inch strapping, and I want this one because I feel like it's going to absolutely match the Raggabrash. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I was going to organize like my stuff, but behind me is an absolute crap show, and that's okay. So we need 2 D-rings. Now, for those that are new here, I now only use 5/8 of an inch or 15mm D-rings. I do not buy other sizes. I do not require them. And that's all I need from that one. Because it all doesn't fit in one tub, I have 2 tubs of each color hardware. Am I excessive? Absolutely. So this is my 1.5 inch hardware. In here I also have things like key fobs and key rings and my magnets, because I now only use rivet magnets. I don't think I need any of that though. So I've got my shoulder strap, D-rings, and then the last thing I need for this is zippers. The waterproof canvas has all been sent, and I should have sent you all your tracking information. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we only need 5 today. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. I don't know, 4. We'll put 5 just in case, but I'm pretty sure the answer is 4. Hello, Canada. I'm pretty good. I mean, I'm inside again. We were out sloshing through the water with my sewing machines this morning. My husband is the best. He's the one that lifted this because it's too heavy for me. I appreciate him. He was doing it. He jumped in the pool this morning because that's his thing. And yes, it's raining. And yes, it was probably really cold. But he jumped in and then in his underwear helped me move both the sewing machines and the tables in. He did most of the heavy lifting, let's be honest. But still, it was lovely. Now, a couple of things, because I am making, so this is Raggabrash, for anyone that didn't catch on to that, this is Raggabrash, my gym bag. However, we are making it fancy so it looks like an overnight bag and not a gym bag. So the first thing I did was I've made the base vinyl, but I've also put base stabilizer in from the seam allowance. so that the base is like really firm. Now, obviously it'll still bend a bit, but firm base on an overnight bag is nicer. If you're making it as a gym bag, this bit doesn't matter so much. But as an overnight bag, I wanted the extra gloriousness, and that's what I'm calling it. Judge me all you want. So that's the first thing I've done differently. Secondly, on my side pieces, I will be putting the D-rings on here. I am not doing the zipper separate section for this bag because I want it to be fancy. And the side zipper feels very less fancy and more gym baggy. So I want it to be more overnight baggy and less gym baggy. And I really hope that makes sense and I sound childish by saying that. I think that'll suit just nicely. What do you think? I'm quite excited by that. Is the red slightly different? Yes. Do I care? Not really. Also, the other thing I've done is on the inside pieces, this is in place of the mesh, because again, mesh feels very gym bag, and this feels very fancy overnight bag. And the rest of it, you guys saw me cut out in the last live, but the other live that I did where we all tried to help me pick colors. So with that being said, let's get started. I'm going to start with the side pieces. I also kind of want to do studs on the side. I just realized I don't know where my container of, what are they called, dies currently is, because literally, I don't know if you can see that back corner behind me? See here? This is all my stuff shoved in a corner. Well, except for all the stuff that's on my kitchen table. But like, so I have to, I can't see it from here. I'm hoping I can find it easier and have the box of dies because the dies are important if I want to do the studs. Also, the studs are living in the box of dies, so it'll have to be a thing eventually. We've got so I am on, and I know I say this all the time, but I am really truly on a fabric ban, mostly. Mostly in that I'm trying not to order anything else. I did pre-order some Lord of the Rings stuff, but that doesn't count because I missed out last time, and I'm not missing out twice. I also need to get my cart. My rolling cart. I love this thing so much. I'm actually going to go through it. I'm going to do a separate live, and we're going to empty the whole thing and redo it so it makes sense. Because at the moment, basically the two shelves underneath are not being as useful as they could be. So we are going to fix that. I've also got Red Bull. Don't judge me. I'll quit again one day. But I will go through my cart, mainly because I want to explain why I put stuff where I put it. 3/4 inch tape. I like this so much better than 1/2 inch tape. This stuff is the bomb. Sandra, I don't know if she's still selling it, but Sandra was selling it, and we had the same stuff. I don't know what brand it is. It's just Sandra's brand in my mind. But I'm going to put some double-sided tape down the center. Now, these for you will be as wide as your D-rings. So, I know a lot of patterns are like 1 inch D-rings and 1/2 inch D-rings, and you pick what size you like, and then you just buy that size for all patterns. Right? You don't have to, and I caught on to this way later than I should have. So that's why I'm voicing it, right? The pattern says 1 inch D-ring, so you just do it because that's what the pattern says. But in reality, you can actually just pick any size D-ring because the whole point of the D-ring is to clip a clip onto it, and that's all it does. So you don't have to have it as wide as the pattern says. So if your favorite size is 3/4 inch, finish up using your 1 inch lines, and then from this point forward, just buy the size you like. That's my life advice for today. That, and don't let anyone tell you that you can't be creative. Stuff housework. I'll do my housework later. I actually got an app. Me and my friend have got this free app, and you put in each thing room by room, and then there's a little dust monster, and he's like snarky comments at you to try, and then you have to beat him in points. It's greatly amusing my life at the moment, although I've only had it for like 2 days, so I might get over it eventually. But it's like a mental download of everything you have to do, and then you can tell it how frequently you need to do it, and then you don't have to think. Where are my nails? Oh, oh my God, nails. So my new place that I thought was fantastic, they make them too thin and they kept snapping. So I'd have to go back in less than a week and at least one nail would always break. So now I have none because now my fingers are damaged and I'm sad. Not even gonna lie, I am sad. I like having nails. They're helpful. Now my fingers get too close. I don't like not having them, but they're all, if we get up close, look, they're all damaged. Look at that. Ugh. So I don't get to have nails for like a while, at least a month until they grow out. And even then, like, nobody can do my freaking nails. I didn't realize it was so hard. And if I wasn't so lazy, I would do them myself. I am technically qualified to do nails, but doing the opposite hand is really tricky and I don't want to play that game. I do miss my nails though. They are super handy for the sewing. Not to mention I like having black ones. They make me feel, I don't know. They make me feel good though, happy. Yeah, you just have to look at my ugly fingers. I have like shorter, stubbier fingers. So I like the nails because they give my hands a slightly more feminine look. But you guys will get over it. I don't think anyone's here for hand videos, if we're being brutally honest. Rub it on the edge of your table to get that crease. You should always do that, even if it does crease well. It's so handy. All right, on we go. 1 1/4. So I always, for everything, do 1 1/4 down. 1 inch is not enough if you don't want to have to change your foot, which I do not because I am lazy. Also, on the inside of the bag, on these side pockets, you can add another slip pocket if you want to. It's just occurred to me I could do it now, but I don't want to have to get up. So, before we do anything, we are going to find the center of everything. I'm going to turn my cart around so it's the right way. Center of everything. I'm starting to wonder if I should just convince my husband to let me permanently stay inside. This room is beautifully bright and wonderful, and I'm currently staring at all my indoor plants, which are making me happy. So we're finding the center of all 4 sides. All right, you'll need it later, so you do it now while it's easy. I really do like easy. And I'm trying to make a point to not use my snips because it makes them blunt quicker. And I love my rainbow snips. Snippity snip snip. I'm going to make up some packs. I don't know when. Today I've got to tidy up things. But I want to make up some packs because I've now reached 20,000 subscribers. I kind of want to celebrate. So I want to make up some like gift packages to send to people because that's really fun. And I appreciate everyone's support. I just haven't figured out how I'm going to run who wins. So I'm wondering if, I don't know how to do it. And that's why I haven't done it yet because I'm just not totally sure. We're going to just draw a line down the middle because the middle of everything is easier. This is chalk. Because it is such an uneven surface, the chalk will get into all the crevices and still give you a straight line. Which is helpful, obviously. Then if you want to, you can put more double-sided tape on the back. Where's my skinny stuff? I'm going to use 1/8 of an inch. You can use thicker, it doesn't necessarily matter, but I just need it to like stay. Double-sided tape. Ugh. I have so many things to do. Not enough time to do them all. My brain has more ideas than time, And I'm up to where I have to digitally design something and I don't want to. Very professional of me, I know. I would need to create some packaging. And I can't really afford to pay someone, so I'm going to have to do it myself. All right, I'm going to go up all the way up to a 4-stitch length. This machine goes up to an 8, so doing a 4 isn't that outrageous. If you're on a domestic machine, maybe do like a 3.5. Anyway, it's going to stay where I want it to. I am now going to stitch and back stitch because we always do that. So this piece, just if anybody wants to know, I actually cut this piece the full size because once you fold under a 1.25 inches and then have this, it kind of sits perfectly. And this is like a wonderful little formula that I have worked out. So now I'm telling you. So you do the whole like width of the length of the side and then fold under 1.25 inches and it always works out great. Wow, at least for me. Oh, I've missed sewing so much. I haven't sewed since you guys last saw a video from me. It's been a while. We went away for a while, then it was raining, and all my stuff's being packed up. Oh, I've missed it. And the red is going to be fabulous. So maybe, okay, I've had a new thought. Maybe I'll put the studs down here. They're like little spikes. They're only like this, and they're not super painfully spiky, so it'll be cool. Oh, I'm excited. Now I just need to figure out with, you know, little stress as possible where the box is. It might even still be out in the shed. This feels like a shoulder, or it meant to look like it. So I've decided that this is going on this way. Line it up in the middle, press it down, off we go. Always back stitch. It just locks it in, makes your life easier. When we get close, we can take off the clips and use your hand instead. If you've got nails, do that. I will ask, what is everyone's favorite D-ring size? You've got to have a preference, just like everyone has a favorite stovetop hot plates thing. It's a thing. Everyone has a favorite. What is yours? Also, fabulous. Hello, Alaska. How fantastic. I'm reading a book at the moment about supernaturals that live in Alaska. She's a detective. It's quite fun. Aren't you glad you know that now? Did you do your market? No, I haven't. It's not until the first weekend of May. So pretty much from this point forward, there's going to be a lot of videos that are this kind of themed fabric. So like horror stuff and skulls. I do still want to do a floral, at least one of them, because I got that stuff from Zen, the bonded nylon, and I want to try it out. So I will do that. But mostly we're going to be doing all of this because I have a whole tub of it and I used to have a huge following for it and it's time. I am also going to go back to doing aprons. Somebody pointed out to me that they are really cool. So I managed to find a pattern online. It's being sent. I don't know when it'll get here. But once I've got my pattern again, I will cut one out and we will be doing aprons because they're fun. And since doing aprons last time, I feel like I have more skills. So it should go better. Now I'm just going to do a 1/4 inch and I'm going to go back down. Actually, I'm going to do 3/8 of it, apparently. 3/8 is much more comfortable. This has got a lightweight, or a medium technically, but I call it my lightweight interfacing. Hefty is my medium, which is really as tough, and then my base stabilizer is my heavy, even though it's extra heavy. I don't ever use light. There is no light in my house. All right, so now I'm just going to finger press that so it's smooth. and then flip her over and top stitch. Now, if you're making this as a gym bag and not an overnight bag, you can actually just do the same stitch length for everything. It works out fine. I'll be doing a longer stitch length on the outside because I want it to look extra fancy. 3/4 inch. Okay, so 3/4 is your favorite. You should use up all the leftover other sizes and stick to that for everything. I like these ones because they're cute and little and they go with every bag well. So they'll go with possum pouch because then you've just got a little bit. And because my 1 1/4 inch ruler, when you fold it in half, is 5/8 of an inch. So that ruler, I can just use that ruler as the width for all of my D-ring strips, basically. And I like that. I never thought of it until you mentioned it. See? It took me years to realize that. Not even exaggerating. Multiple years. But it is wonderful once you realize it. You don't have to buy all the sizes. All right, so I'm going to take a side wall and baste it in place. If you've got a favorite, you should use it. Like I said, patterns are a guide, not a rule. And if anyone has taught you that, it'd have to be me, because I don't follow anyone's rules, even my own. I'll write a pattern and then change my mind. They are guides, not outright rules. If you don't like a certain type of pocket, get rid of it or exchange it out. Like this. This is a perfect example. Right here, I could make this a cargo pocket. Well, not now because I've cut it. But you could make this a cargo pocket. You simply add 2 inches to the length. That's all you'd have to do. And then you could turn this into a cargo pocket instead with like a split in the middle or a split wherever, really. You don't have to have like symmetrical pockets. Sometimes you can have like a bigger side and a shorter side. Now, I wish I hadn't done this because now I want to do an asymmetrical cargo pocket just to show you that you can. But I just had that idea right now. It hasn't been simmering in my brain. Just if you don't like something, you can change it. This is a guide, not a rule. The only thing that's really a rule in a pattern is the seam allowance because the math has been worked out for you. But also, if you struggle like fitting in corners, if you do less of a seam allowance on your gusset, it will fit probably easier for you because some people struggle with it being loose and some people struggle with it being tight. So again, whatever works for you. I'm not a very good ambassador of buying patterns, am I? Do whatever you want. Make your own. I really should do a video tutorial series on design your own patterns. I do want to. I'm going to start by a choose your own adventure pattern where there will be so many different options. But the pattern will be probably $20 because it's going to take me multiple months to do all the bits. And I've got to pick a shape. But there we go. So now I've got two. I did symmetrical today so people can just tuck stuff in. Like toiletries. So you could tuck all your toiletry things. But again, you could have turned this into a cargo pocket. So many options. All right, let's grab a base piece and attach that to here. I'm going to be lazy and put this at the 1/2 inch mark, like so, and then I can just butt up against it. I am the queen of lazy, amongst the many other things. But it just, you don't have to think as much. Trim off those tails. Hello, South Wales. Ugh, I just went to put that on the magnet that's not there. Alright, and then the other side wall, I'm not putting a slip pocket on this side. It also looks like I forgot to cut a Tory pocket. How dare I? Silly brain. Alright, line it up. Stitch. Back stitch. This machine does not super love thin layers. It actually prefers thick ones. But it'll do waterproof canvas better than it'll do cotton. I don't know why. Probably something to do with my tension settings. Whatever. Alright, I like to just kind of hold it taut at both ends. It just ensures there's no pulling. Nobody wants pulling. What we want is snipping of the tails. Chop. Okay. So that is now wall, floor. Oh, that just made me mentally sing a play school song. I'm going to make a Raggabrash for a bag for our motorcycle trips. See, that sounds cool. You should add extra bits. Actually, the original pattern has like a thing, so you could hook it over the back of your seat and then tie it down. I don't have zipper tape. Let me get some zipper tape. There is a house where the Alright, this is all my silver teeth tape. And yes, I keep all these random tiny little pieces because that is still good for, how big is it? Oh, that one could go in an NCW or a lot of things. It's like 8.5 inches. I'm thinking black with silver because I'm doing silver hardware. I have lots of it, so let's grab the smaller piece and the unwrapped piece. Take that off. That was fun though. Alright, I have clipped all of the bits together in my thing just to make my life easier. So the top, we went with the faux crocodile because fun. Alright, this piece looks good, so we're going to right sides together it, clip it. You don't want to pull it on either things. So this, see that? It's got a little tiny bit of stretch. Not a lot, but we don't want to stretch it. Now, some of you may be wondering why I put it in here and slide across. It's because it's already lifted. It actually makes it way easier to get the clip underneath. If you try to just kind of shove it under, see how it's not working? Move there and then slide along. Works way better. I'm full of tips today. Look at me go. We have a trike, so it's stored in the bottom trunk. Perfect. I feel like my dad had a trike for a little while there. I feel like it was red. He definitely did. Maybe it was black and the other bike was red. I don't know. My dad's had a lot of motorbikes over the years. Clip, clip, clip. Right. I'm going to put the stretchier side on the bottom because the feed dogs will hold on to it better. Stitch and back stitch. Backstitch, always backstitch. Chop. Ours is gold. Nice. Okay, now because we are binding this, we are going to fold both sides over and then top stitch. And I'm going to go back up to my 4 top stitch because it was pretty. And I like pretty. 2, stitches forward, 2 stitches back. And then we are going to pull it so that the lining and the exterior match at the raw edge. There is a reason I'm not stitching that together. It'll make later harder. You could also clip it, but my fingers work just as well. Back stitch. I say that as a warning. I don't know why, but it is important that we do it. See? Pretty stitches. Alright, other side. And I want to make sure I did kind of line these up when I cut them. So we just want to make sure that we're lining them up again. We went to all the effort to make this bag very, very pretty. You don't want to like stop now. Running low on clips. It's about time I buy some more, I think. Alright, right sides together. I've also just put all of my clips on upside down. That's annoying. So now I have to flip them all. Always clip the 2 ends. It ensures that you're not stretching anything out of shape. Right, and off we go. Back to a shorter stitch length for joining, and then we'll do a pretty one. Stitch and back stitch. Yes, that is ridiculously fun. Chop off your tails in the bin. Alright. So the other way you can do this is we can grab the 2 edges and then clip them together, like so. Pretty much like we did in the opposite direction. And that will just ensure that when we go to top stitch, everything stays where we want it to. Nothing stretches, nothing gets looped. Nobody wants to play that game. Is it more time consuming? Probably. But we're doing it anyway. Move that. And then we can just hold it flat. And we're stitching 1/8 of an inch on a 4 stitch length. Stitch and back stitch. And then I'm just pushing and spreading out to make sure it's flat. It's also to make sure I'm not stretching it at all. And back stitch. Trim it. Ah, missed one. Trim it. Now, if you are doing it the original way, this is where we put our little D-rings on the top here. But since I'm not, you can skip that bit. We are going to put our zipper pull on. Now, because this is an overnight bag, I'm going to do 2 zipper pulls because it means that you can lock it if you're traveling. I know people like to lock up their stuff, right? So, is that even? Ah! No, missed by 1 tooth. Doesn't that annoy you? There we go. So that's one end, and then I'm going to put one on the other end as well because it's pretty. And I've skipped the separate compartment because I'm not feeling it for this particular bag. I love it for a gym bag. I don't love it for this. All right, get them together. Make sure they're not bulging. And then that way, if you are traveling, you can put a little lock through here so people can't get in. Now, since I have already made the lining, we can actually attach the lining right now as well. Now, because I've got, this is not really directional, so it doesn't really matter. You just pick a side, grab the lining only, and stitch it on. Stitch, put it back to a shorter stitch length. It's always easier. Oh, I just ran out of this bobbin thread. Oh, so close. That's right, I knew it would happen. It wasn't a full bobbin to begin with. Whoa! Ha! Like a fox. Not that foxes are quick, they're more sly, but I like to say like a fox. Because like a cheetah just doesn't sound as cool. Alright, in we go. I understand it shouldn't be harder to do that without nails, but it really is. Alright, so to do this, I'm just going to wind it around my finger a few times. Ah! Ah! The tub with all the bag pieces just fell off. That's what I get for being crazy. Whatever. I'm really not that worried. I'll just pick them up. Okay. Tie the old thread onto the new thread, even though it's all red, doesn't matter. Because I can't be bothered re-threading all of that. It takes too long, especially with how frequently I change colors. You have to remember, I do a lot of sewing. So it's not that I can't rethread my machine, it's that I don't want to. It takes a really long time, and I'm just not interested. Not when that was way quicker. Look how quick that was. Now, let's go pick up all the things. Hello from VA. I have no idea where VA is. I'm pretty sure that's America. Or is it Vancouver? I have no idea. Sorry. But hello anyway. Ta-da! So we should now have... Oh, no, I missed the other side. Oh, no, I've got to finish that side. Ah! I'm not even half as close as I thought I was. It is beautiful to sew in here, though. I don't even have my overhead light on. Oh, it did that thing again. Of course you did, you jerk. So sometimes this happens. And yes, I yell at my machine. A new bobbin never likes to be reversed. Oh no. And I just dropped it in the oil. Oh, gross. Give me a sec, I've got to wipe the oil on the floor towel. Really not what I wanted today, but what do you do? At least this will be, you're meant to oil your bobbin. I don't know if anybody knows that. Or maybe not your bobbin, but the bobbin something. Something in the bobbin needs to be regularly oiled. I feel like the oil that I've just dropped on this will fix that problem. You guys should all set up so that you can sew while I sew. And then you could tell me what you're doing. And if you get stuck, you can ask me questions. It's like a sew along, but you do whatever you want. Because I never do what I'm meant to be doing. Literally ever do I do what I'm supposed to. My brain is way too scatterbrained for stuff like that. Alright, let's grab the other side. Do the other side. Please let me backstitch this time. If I do it slow enough, it tends to let me. Just doesn't like me and my speed demon ways. I'm going to be here a while. If somebody wants to go and set up their sewing machine right now, I will be inspirational too. Sew when I sew. I really only get mornings because after I do this, I have to go do like housework and prep another video. All the things. It's fine. Oh, I see a tail. I missed one. Ooh, hippie bag will be fun. I want to do a lot more embroidery. I've set up the embroidery machine on the table over there. So I'm going to, after this, set it up. And then I'll just keep changing colors in between doing houseworky themed things. I'm going to grab my horror scissors. I don't know if you guys know this, but I put horror on my scissors. Because lasers are fun. I am making a Raggabrash, but I am changing it enough so it looks like a fancy overnight bag instead. I'm also going to cut off this excess that we no longer need. Could you do less of a seam allowance? Yes, yes you could. But a 1/2 inch or even 3/8 of an inch gives you enough wiggle room that if you go crooked in your speed demon ways, you can't notice and you don't fall off the edge. All very important factors if you ask me. We all talk to our babes, warning them to behave. Alright, so we should now have a loop. And then you can put this aside because we're done with that for a minute. That did not go on the floor. There's something on top. It's on top of something. Alright, now we need some of our fabulous this stuff. I wonder if it melts. I don't know. We're about to find out. Oh, yeah. Go me. Alright, so we need, pretty sure the answer's 20. I don't actually technically remember what size the handles are meant to be, but I'm pretty sure it's 20. And if it's not, it is now, because I just cut it. They're going to be very pretty handles. Could I have done plain black? Yes. Is that as exciting? No. No, it is not. This is about to be my sewing room, and you watch me. I can't live moving in and out. So I'm going to, today, literally my mission today is to set up in here pretending like I'm never leaving. Because if I can get it set up pretty enough, maybe I won't have to. Because I can't keep living my life where I move in and out of the shed. I mean, the laser's already in here. We should now cut. The Raggabrash is fantastic. 1 1/2. So I buy all of my strapping in 3-meter increments because 1.5 meters is pretty much a shoulder strap. So I know I won't get 2 shoulder straps out of this, but I'm going to get one, the handles, and then I have this piece, which is technically another handle. So if I had got 6 meters, I would have got 2 of these bags. So increments of 3 meters or yards. It's only 10 centimeters difference. You could totally do yards. But increments of 3, which again, maths, right? 3, 6, or 9 meters is what you should be purchasing so that you have minimal wastage. I don't like to waste things. I also don't like to have to spend money on things that I then won't even get to use. Which is another reason that I'm going to start doing really elaborate bags to use up all this ridiculous hardware I have. I have so many pretty random things. It's time. I'm going to do this because then it's just done. And because it's pretty. I really do like this. So this is Ms. Zen for anyone in Australia that wants some. She has a lot of pretty stuff. I actually bought this for this bag, and I had to buy a pale pink for a very ridiculously custom bag that I'm about to make, hopefully this week. I'd like to get her bag to her. But it is designer bag. Like, there is no bag even close to it that I have. So what I will do is I will make her bag, and then if enough people actually want the pattern, I will turn it into a pattern. But it's going to be very unique, so I don't know how popular it will be. It's to hang off the bottom of a pram, and she's given me a list of specifications of everything she wants. Bye, Christine. Have a lovely day. Or night. Depends on where you live, I suppose. Another thing I'm going to start doing, I'm going to set up my Cricut machine in here somewhere, and I'm going to start cutting cute little bits of vinyl to fancy stitch over here. It's going to happen. Not now, obviously, because the table for the Cricut is still in the shed. But I feel like all of my scraps, I could just have one of the little things here with all the colored vinyls so that you can hide the end and look fabulous. But it won't be like, it won't go around here. It'll be to go over the edge here instead, because that's fun. And once I've designed them, they will go in my, you know, designer bag pattern. Choose your own adventure. It's what it's going to be called. Might be called the Quest. Ooh, I like that. That pattern will be called the Quest. Choose your own adventure. It's raining here. It's not necessarily cold, but I always feel like I want a jumper in the rain, because where I used to live, rain equals cold. It doesn't equal cold up here. It equals like normal. But my brain's, you know, not quite wired that way. Alright, so there is, oh my god, I thought I stuffed it up then. I thought I just had like a curve. I'm so happy I don't. Beautiful. This is how I like to fold these to put them for sale. And then I got a rubber band, which lives in my cart. And a rubber band it so it's pretty. Not too tight. Right? And then that will sit beautifully. So I have these staggered, not together, and I push this pretty much all the way down. So that's now really, really pretty. And ready for photos at the end of all of this. Wood stoves are fun. Alright, now we can move on to the whole reason I cut this at all is for the straps. Woo! We're fine, everything's fine. That's not what I want. Where's the other bit? Oh no. I managed to drop things and then hit the silent button. It's a feat unto itself. I am missing the maroon front piece, which is going to be a problem very, very shortly. However, we'll just continue on until I get stuck. Now I don't remember if it's 6 or if it's 6.5. Does anyone know if this measurement's 6 or 6.5? My brain can't remember. And I can't check with the other piece because I've lost it. Oh my gosh. Where is it? I mean, it could be anywhere. I've moved everything inside since then. It's definitely not here. It's not on the floor when I dropped everything. This is gonna be a problem. Come on, computer, open up. I'm going to look up the Raggabrash pattern because then it'll just tell me. It just takes me a minute. Oh, this pattern's 4 years old. How fantastic. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. No, that is what I need. Nope, nope. 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 Oh my gosh, where is the bit that I need? Aha! Here we go. It is 6. I was right. It was either 6 or 6.5 though. And that 1/2 inch it would have made a difference in this particular pattern. That's why I looked it up and didn't just wing it. Some things need to be the way they need to be. This is one of those things. Because where the handles go on the front half of the bag is relevant. And that's why I checked. Normally, I'd be like, whatever. But sometimes things matter. Most of the time, you can wing it and do whatever you want. This particular time was not one of them. So we're going to do the barn door to get it in place. And we're going to trim those tails so that they don't annoy us later. And then we're going to make sure that this is smooth and glorious. And then flip around. Like so. Then we'll stitch the other one on. Barn door. Yoink. Trim the tails. I'd like you all to know that I make these sounds even off camera because I'm insane. More zipper tape. Hello, Bob. Right sides together. Good. A little bit of chaos. I don't know why that song is in my head right now. I don't even know what it's called. Pretty sure it's an opera song. Chop! We still need this, so don't get rid of it. Pretty sure if you make the bag the original way, you need 101 inches. Then we need one of our lining pieces. Both ends. And then add this in. And it should pretty much just sit exactly where you need to add it in, which I appreciate. Ta-da! And if you ever have it so it's dodgy, grab both ends and pull, and it will even itself out, just if you need to know that. It is good and wet today. So wet that my whole sewing room flooded last night. Which is why I have convinced my husband that we are now inside with the machines. Their feet got wet, but it's fine because they're metal. Everything that got wet could, because I redesigned my sewing machine for these problems. Quarter-inch seam allowance, ladies and gentlemen. Chop. Tails. I'm trying to be really good about tails today. I'm also, I don't know if I normally do this, but I'm going to stitch the lining down so it behaves itself. Also, for anyone that missed out on the waterproof canvas, I'm thinking I might do an order every like couple of months. Not too regularly, but like somewhat semi-regularly, I suppose. Hello, Tammy. You have caught me live. Welcome. I think I've done this backwards to the way I normally do it. Not that that matters. Nothing tells me what to do. Not a pattern, not fabric, nothing. You'll also notice, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have backed off doing other people's videos. Not because their patterns aren't awesome, but it's now become a bit of a time thing. So I will still do them because it's fun, but I'll do it as I can fit them in. At the moment, I need to focus on actually selling things, and I want to make a bunch of these. So that's why I'm doing this. I also put less interfacing on this than normal. Pretty sure it's all going to work out. And if not, I will unpick it and go put more interfacing on it. What actually happened was I cut the wrong size because I was not paying attention. But I feel like I'm going to just even out and it'll be fine. Because I don't like to waste things. And because this all gets folded over anyway, I think it's going to work out just fine. And like I said, if not, I will unpick it. Oh no. Oh dear. Well, that failed, didn't it? It all went a bit wonky donkey. All the way back here. How rude. La, 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 la. Hello, Germany. That's cool. I love that we can all get together worldwide. What I'd really like to do is like start learning about other cultures of people that do sewing. Like, do you have bags that you're just not into in your area? I feel like that would be a really fun thing to learn. I don't know why, but my brain's like, ooh, because different cultures probably use different stuff. Like in Australia at the moment, the culture is all about little bags. And everyone loves Country Road and Mimco is what I see everywhere. But I'm like, I know from videos I see, from like Japan, for example, they're all about backpacks. Like, is there a great difference? I'd love to know purely, not from a designer's perspective, like I'm not going to then try and target the people, but I'm just genuinely curious. Because that's how my brain works, apparently. Like, do you guys prefer a different, like a certain shape? I understand everyone's individual, but there's also a bit of a correlation between what people like and what actually exists. Okay. Like, people along the coast tend to like more beachy bag type things because they go to the beach all the time. You stitch all the bottom together first, the next bit becomes way easier. Chop. Alright, so we smooth it up. What just happened? Got to bump it up, don't you know, bump it up. I think I've cut the wrong size. Not that that really matters. But now, I don't want to. Gotta unpick that too, don't I? So I've cut the wrong size somewhere along the way. And it could be a multitude of things at this point in my life. So it's definitely the lining that I've stuffed up. So the lining pieces that I cut are indeed the wrong size. Not the end of the world though. They're too big, which is much easier to fix than too small. But I do have to unpick this. You got to pump it up. Oh my god. The songs running through my brain today is just ridiculous. If you pull on every third stitch, not with that, this one, which one wants to work for me today? That's every fourth. If you do every third, you can actually just pull them out. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. And then when it gets too long and annoying, you just cut it off and go again. And this is why we love souls. And I love mine because they're green. And green is the best. And then the other side should just fall out. Okay, so now that I've stuffed the whole thing up, what we're gonna do is we are going to clip the base, which is the size we need it to be, with this here, like this, right? So that, oh, I missed. Of course I missed. So that the top and the bottom are going to be the right size. And then what we do is from the top, I'm going to put 2 clips because it's misbehaving, but basically what we want to do is fold up that excess so that it now fits the space. Which is what it should have done the first time, and it would have if I had cut everything correctly. And then, without this piece, we want to clip the fold over. If you follow the instructions properly, you won't have this problem. But since I missed, right, this side might be a better way. So we clip the bottom, so you don't have to have your hand there, and then we clip the top because it needs to shrink down to this size, and you should have a fold over bit like so. So we pull that away, clip the fold over, then you can take off these clips, and we should have the correct sizing. And I say should because it doesn't always work, because the whole point of this is to be like a hidden zipper pocket. So see how I've done that now? Funnily enough, this is kind of how I designed it when I was originally designing it. So see, now I've got a nice whatever the word is, fold, and I'm going to add clips so that it doesn't go wonky donkey, because nobody likes wonky donkey. Right, like that. Take that one off the end, and so now I can grab it and stitch it, and it looks like a slip pocket, but it's not. Tails. That has solved most of my problems. Then I will just cut off the excess in a minute after I put my zipper on. I always like my zippers closing to the left. Hello, Patty. We're fixing my mistake. I cut things the wrong size. So we're fixing it now, right? So now this will sit there like so. And these are wrong, and that's okay, because I can just smooth them out. Making sure, see, it's the right size now. And we just don't talk about how wonky donkey it is. Don't you know, did I waste waterproof canvas? Yes, I did. Am I super worried? No, I am not. Right, chop it off. Use the big hacking scissors. And we are now the correct size, and everything is now back on track. Ta-da! Take our base piece. We're going to add that on, and it should now be glorious, and they should be perfectly matched. And then, I don't know if I should end the video here and come back later, or just leave you guys all hanging watching nothing while I go and try and find the missing piece. And the dies so I can put the studs on, because I really do want to have studs. Studs are awesome. Backstitch. Hello, Knuckles. Oh, the rains are coming. Okay, so now I've got a base and a side, and it's fabulous. You just want to wait? Okay then. Oh, I also am going to stitch on the base, and then I'll get up and go find my stuff. It could take 30 seconds, and it could take up to 5 minutes. I do apologize. I did not realize it was missing. To be honest, I was more in a hurry to just get on here, because I do know that around the world, some of you, it is quite late. And I do try to be respectful of that. But unfortunately, it has just caused me to be missing things. See, again, that's pretty because it's not a gym bag. All right, let me see if I can find it. I'm really hoping it's just fallen out when I grabbed it. Don't you know? Ha-ha! See? Look at that. Okay, so I found that bit. Now, let's see if I can find the die box for all the dies for the punches. That's not it. I thought for sure it would be here. Come on, box. Where are you? I'm gonna have to run out to the shed. I assume it's there. Please bear with me. I will be right back as quick as I can. I'm back inside. It has to be somewhere. Yes, that's a great idea. Chat with each other. I found that bit so I can at least make most of the bag, but I really want the studs. It has to be inside because it's not in the shed. The shed's so empty I can tell. The problem is I don't know where in this nightmare it is. Crack on a stick. You know, I really genuinely do not know where it is. That is going to be a real problem. Alright, so you know what? I'm going to give it a minute. I'm going to do some more sewing. And then I'll get off my butt and have a look. It's got to be somewhere. All the bits we need. I just want to have studs here. I don't think that's so unreasonable. But the only box I can find is the one with all the laser engraving stuff. I just had a thought. I'm like, am I stupid enough that it was in my rolling cart? But it's not, so that makes me feel a little bit better. Oh, it's really bugging me. It can't just be gone. Nah, no idea. Like none at all. Oh, no. I'm under the false belief that if I just keep looking, it's going to pop out in front of me. I understand that's not how things work, but maybe I'm just like blind to it. Anyway, it's fine. Maybe I just don't get to have studs. Very sad moment, but I'm sure I will survive. Not that I necessarily want to, but you know. Alright, let's put our handle on. No, I didn't even put it in a special place. I literally have just been putting stuff everywhere because I've been trying to get into here. Yeah. It's not in a special place. It's literally just, I don't know where. But I really, really had my heart set on studs. And I know I'm being ridiculous. But the heart wants what the heart wants, and the heart wants studs. And there's nothing to be done about it. Okay. Alright, so we got our handle on. Apparently I did that, so I just did that while thinking about other things. But we just make sure that there's no twist. We don't want twisty handles. That would suck. And I always, okay, so the reason I did this first is because otherwise I always forget to put them on. So if you do it first, you can't forget. Or if you do forget, then you'll see it. Sometimes it turns into a bit of a disaster. All right, some more zipper tape. We do use quite a lot of zipper tape for this particular bag. Did you possibly carry it in from the shed in a bag with other stuff? Well, that's what I was over there doing. So my neat little corner currently now looks like, that was my elbow. Oh my gosh, that hurts so much. I have spread it all out in the attempt to find it. Oh, hitting your elbow sucks a lot. Woo! I'm okay. I will be fine. Yeah, I'll get up and have another look in a minute. I don't need the studs just yet. I was just trying to get everything while I was up. Oh, that hurts so much. Oh, my elbow. That was quite the unpleasant experience, people. Do not recommend doing that. Ow, ow, ow. Can't even swear to make myself feel better. Did I put it in the cupboard? No. It's not so big I shouldn't be able to miss it. And yet I can't see it. Come on. You've got to be somewhere. You don't just disappear. Not in there. Not in there. I feel like there was another tub, maybe. Did I put it with my vinyls? No, I did not. I am rapidly running out of places it could even be, but it's definitely not in the shed because the shed's empty. It's absolutely bare bones out there, so that's not it. No. It's not a thing, apparently. It's just gone from existence. Which is a problem. It's a real problem. Hello, Sandra. I've lost my bag, my box of dyes, because I've had to move all my stuff inside. And it's just not anywhere, which is a real problem. Anyway, moving on. I'll get over it. I just really wanted to have studs. I've had them for years and never used it, and it's annoying me that I've never used it. But apparently today is not the day. We just have to make peace. I did fussy cut this and put a face right in the middle. Because, why not? I am having a day. I whacked my elbow. That hurt a lot. Like a lot. Stitch, back stitch, stitch, back stitch. It's not going to bring my day down though, because I don't let things get me that bummed out. It'll be fine. Other side. This side is always harder to do, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I actually use clips for it. Doink. We're going to bring it around, making sure there's no twisty twists, and then add it to the clips, because otherwise it's a jerk. I put the pulls on after I do this bit, because this is the top, and I want them both up to the top when they close. But I do appreciate that you yelled at me to put my pulls on, so thank you. But the day I'm having it would not put it past me to forget it. Chop, chop. Right, so I know it looks like a mess, but when you pull, it like straightens itself out. Ta-da! And now I can top stitch around all of it. Could I have just had one continuous piece and put fabric over it? Absolutely you can. If this is too complicated for you, cut a piece that is the full length, including this, and then just put some vinyl over the top and stitch down. To be honest, nobody but you will know it's there. You can absolutely get away with that if you so desire. Have I ever done it? No, but maybe I will for the next one because it's probably quicker. Okay, now I'll put the pulls on. I love that you're doing your Dallas. Was that the right shape for him or is it just now close enough? Put it all the way up. Make sure that you put it on evenly. Then we'll do the other side. I'm gonna get up and have another look. I know I'm being weird. Bear with me. Not in those. It's not in that. Not in there. Not in there. That all came in this morning. Zipper. Waterproof canvas. I don't think it'd fit in there. It would not. No. It's not on the table. It's not on the couch. No, 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 no. Apparently I'm saying no in chords. Nah. No idea. I give up. We're not having studs. Which way is the top? I don't know how much it matters. This one matters. The other one not so much. Can't really tell top from bottom. Oh my god, I've made such a mess. Look at my floor. Look, it's just spread out. And I still can't see it. This room is huge. Maybe I will move into here. There's a pole right here, so I could just put my racking against the pole and basically have half the room. It would totally work. And then I'd be in the half with all the pretty, pretty flowers. Never give up, Tori. It will not defeat you. It won't defeat me, but I probably can't find it while doing this live. So if I really, really want it, you guys won't see the end of the bag, is how that'll go. We'll do all I can up until the point where I need my studs, and then we'll finish the video, and I will go and hunt for it, because I'm not losing it forever. It's got to be somewhere. But I could not see it in the sewing room, and the sewing room is like bare bones. So logically, it has to be in here, except I've touched everything and I can't see it. And it's messing with me. How could it be gone? The answer is it can't be. It's got to be somewhere. Is it to the side with those other totes? The green tubs here are full of fabric. So it's definitely not in any of those. And I've searched everything else. The table only got put up this morning, so it's definitely not on the table or under it or anywhere near it. It's not in my cart, and it's not in the tub of threads. So I was smart this time around. I got a separate tubs when I pulled all the threads off the wall and left it just as threads. It's not on the table. The only thing on the table is the hardware I bought in this morning, my heat press, and the embroidery machine. And that's it. So it can't be there. It's not on any of the chairs. Like, it's just not anywhere. My gosh. The clear one to the side. So I checked that clear one to the side. It has just got, I've checked it 4 times just in case I was blind, but it's just got scraps of vinyl, and then I've just put some other tubs in it. So it's just not anywhere. It's frustrating is what it is. How rude. It's just disappeared on me. I really do want studs though. Like, I had the whole bag envisioned was with studs. I just thought of somewhere it could be, but it's out in the shed. I think I know where it is. I think it's under a drawer, because that's the only place I didn't look, is under the drawer. And when I put it on there, it was a bit wonky, and I think I've just realized it's under the drawer outside. The only place I didn't look. That and in the cupboards. But I even looked on like the empty shelves just in case I was having a blind moment. I think I know where it is. Mini scissors. We need center. Go have a look. I will. But for those that are checking in later, you'll be like, what the hell is she doing? She keeps disappearing. I know. Because I want it. Go look. Alright, hold on. I gotta roll up my pants because the water's about this deep on the way to the shed. It's not currently flooding, but there is water in it. We're gonna deal with that another day, and I'll mop so I can have my glitter floors back. Oh, alright. At least the rain stopped. Someone get excited. I do really want it so bad. You are correct. I found it. Little studs. Yay! Woo! I also, for another bag, found my antique silver bullets that are press studs as well. So we're going to be doing those in the coming weeks. I found it! So happy. I don't need it right this second, but yay, I found it. Also, my pants got all wet. Whatever. The drama of moving back and forth. Such a pain in my butt. Alright. Let's do this. So, bottom. In the center. I'm so happy you guys are also happy that I found it. Because I have had to disappear off this camera like 5 times to figure out where the hell it is. So I appreciate you sticking around, even though I keep disappearing. Alright, we're gonna go around the curve. You should always open your zipper for around the curve. Makes life way easier. I mean, it's fine that I've got wet pants. Once the live's finished, I'll go take them off. We're not doing it now though. That'd be weird. That'd be real weird. We use lots and lots of clips for this, and again, we unzip it because it's easier to get around the curve when it's unzipped. You could also use zipper tape, like the really thin double-sided tape, to stitch this down. It would be most advantageous to you. I probably should have, but it's a bit late now. Straight bits require less clips, but still some still good. Oh, I'm so happy I have my studs now. Woohoo! The little things in life, people. Be excited by all the little things. You'll have a happier existence, I promise. All right, the shorter one. So this one is a 1/4 inch longer than this one, so that they'll go together better. But we still need center top and center bottom because we're not going to stitch here. This is going to be one gloriously plain panel. And then I'm going to join these underneath, which I don't think, oh, I have done it before, but for those that haven't watched my older videos, you probably haven't seen it happen. While we're here, let's find center of this too. I get to have, I'm so happy. So happy. I don't care how weird it is. I also need a tag. We need to put a tag. Oops, come back here. This one's carbon fiber and fancy. I prefer a silver one, but I think I'm out. Yeah, I'm out of tags, people. Oh, actually, we can use one of the ones I made on the laser. Boom. We are all weird in our own way. It's what makes us unique. It'd be so boring if we were all the same. So boring. All right. This I will put on in a minute. Oh, maybe I should do it now. I haven't quite decided where I want it. Center top, right in the flowers. That's probably the best place for it. Lift, move. We've now used all our hardware. Alright, you will get the whole video now because now I have what I needed. So that's exciting. Alright, what we want, long tails, and not to crush that. That'd be ideal. Alright. Shove it in the corner. Do, 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 do. Turn. Do, 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 do. And then we're going to fussy place that corner to there. We're going to turn and then we're going to pull this through and tie it off. Yes. Yoink. Doo-doo. Lots of tying off. We don't want it to come undone. Cut off most of the tails. And then into the first hole and then pull it with, again, lots of tails. Chop, chop. Flip her over. Oh, I've already pulled on it. Love it. 1 and a 2 and a squish. 1, 2, and this time it'll be 3. There we go. Happy days. That's better. Now it's on and fabulous, and I've labeled the bag because branding is important. And it's something I have been lax with lately. So I'm onto it. My new very cool little laser that I got, the little portable one, has started branding the back of all my wooden items with my logo because it's so quick to do. I love it. So I'm going to try and remember to always put my tag on somewhere. If I miss the outside, we'll just put it in the lining because at least it'll exist. One day, I'm going to laser engrave my own fancy metal ones. You like the side view? We like this better? I can do this from now on. You know what else I like? How bright it is. There is no overhead. Well, I mean, the inside lights are on, but that whole wall and half of this wall is all just floor-to-ceiling windows / doors. So, like, all the light comes in. It's fabulous. Ah, that hasn't happened in a while. That's a newbie. Well, not new, but like hasn't happened in ages. You'll also notice we are using bonded nylon, so I'm not constantly swearing at my thread. Bonded polyester and me don't get along. In the bowl. Oh, I also still don't have permission for my Facebook page. I don't know if you guys know about this or not, but I was trying to reconnect my Facebook to my Shopify, so I got onto support help, and they were like, I was sharing my screen so they could see what I was doing. And the things that they told me to do has now disconnected me from my page. And so then that guy couldn't help me. They rang the next day and they're like, you need to apply to get permission back for access to your page, which I thought was ridiculous. But I did it, and now I just haven't heard from them. So if you've messaged me on my Facebook page, I cannot get to it. It's a real problem because I have a custom order that I can't see details to because I can't get on there. It's a real big problem. And then I contacted, there was a Facebook help group, but the link that they sent me to help me sent me away from Facebook, and so I was a bit iffy that they were going to steal all my information. So I haven't done that either. I sent another email to them. I found an email address that I could contact. So I have sent an email off this morning, and I am hoping to hear back. Otherwise, I have to create a new Facebook page and get all my followers all over again. It's absolutely not the most ideal thing. I'm not super excited to do that. It's a lot of effort. Yeah, so my room out there is, I mean, there's a window, but it's recessed into the shed, so you don't really get light in the other room. That's why I got more overhead lights put in. But when my child becomes a teenager, we're actually going to turn that into his bedroom. Luke being my husband, has come up with a solution to the flooding. We just need to like dig I think it's called a French drain, he said. And then we'll siphon it off towards the pool because the pool's all on an angle. The way we did the flooring, it kind of drips down the back. So we just need to get the water diverted over there. He has a plan. That's fine. We're just obviously not doing it right now because it's raining. Center. We need the center. Always the center. Don't need center bottom because there's not one. Ha 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 ha. Yoink. Alright, this is where we use a lot of clips. Anyway, for those that also have a YouTube channel, any thoughts on how I can run like not so much a competition, but like a random draw? Because I now have 20,000 followers, and I would like to celebrate that fact, because yay, you guys are awesome and are following me. So because of that, I would very much like to run like a bit of a giveaway. Giveaway is the word I want, but I don't know how to like pick winners. So if anybody has some thoughts on the matter, I am all ears. Wah! Get back here. It is raining right now. Yes, it has been raining all night and all. Oh, wait. I actually don't see any drips right now, but it was raining 2 minutes ago. So right this second, there's no rain falling from the sky. But outside is squelchy and horrid and flooded. There's like leaves and water on the floor of my sewing room. I'm just essentially ignoring it because there's no point in cleaning it up. It's going to rain for the next solid week. So if I go in there and mop it all, it's just going to come back in again, probably tonight. And I am not mopping every day for no reason. That feels silly. Counterproductive. Waste of my time. You know, all the things. Isn't it going to be fabulous? Is anybody else as excited as me? Oh, I'm pretty excited. I don't know if he plans on putting a pump or something. That's out of my knowledge. But he has a plan, and that's all that matters. Because I don't. I was going to ring a professional and be like, fix it. The problem as well is that this doesn't happen all the time in Townsville. Like, it's not a regular thing that Townsville floods. So if you're on a domestic machine, put all your clips the reverse way and sew it the other way. It's actually easier on a domestic. All the green machines, so a non-compound walking foot machine. On the green machine, I sew this in reverse. So I would sew it this way up. I also just realized that I'm an idiot because we missed a bit. Thought that was too easy. I mean, it's not the end of the world. We'll just sew back over it. But still, I am a slight idiot. Too busy worried about the rain, let's be honest. We're just going to put 2 clips on that bit. Oh, love this bag. I like making it too. It's really fun. Also, you know what? I might do it today. I want to make another trollop. I've started cutting it. Oh no, a troll. Sorry, I'm going to make a troll, which is my latest pattern for anyone that doesn't know. The troll is like a very altered version of the trollop, but it has a divider pocket. You can also mesh all of the pieces together and make a trollop combo. All the things, all the options. But that's not the exciting bit. So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to move on to Harridan, and I'm going to just do a video that alters it for you, and we're going to make, because the Harridan, I think, is actually quite in the wheelhouse of popular, like the shape and stuff. So I have some plans. I'm going to make some alterations, and I'll do it as a video. And then if enough people complain that they need pattern pieces, I will make it into a pattern. But otherwise, it'll be a free upgrade. Because I don't want to just live my life making add-ons to all my patterns. Even though my brain has had more ideas, I prefer to just make my quest pattern. Quest being choose your own adventure and have a million different options. So for example, if it was a shape like this, one of the option 1 for the inside would have been the slip pocket, and then option 2 would be a cargo pocket. And then option 3 would be a smaller cargo pocket. So it'll be a choose your own adventure because you can't have all of them. Or a multi-layer pocket. See, I can play this game forever is the other problem. But I need to pick a shape. Like, do we want to do it to a square version of Vixen? Because Vixen is hands down my most popular pattern. Everybody loves Vixen. I love Vixen. I could make them all day. These 8-inch handles are going to be the end of me. What 8-inch handles? What? I haven't made Dallas in a really long time. Oh, it's so pretty! Sits nicer now that I've sewed it instead of clips. We're not finished though. So, normally on the Raggabrash, being a gym bag, you line all these edges up and you sew straight up the top. But this is a fancy bag. Oh, is that a feet, not an inches? Ha, sorry. I don't work in feet, woman. You're lucky I work in inches, to be honest. Took me a really long time to get used to that. So I'm putting the 2 lining pieces together. I'm going to put my finger where the middle is and just sew towards my finger. Da, 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 da. Chop. Chop. This is why we found the earth center. So now we have 2 separate pockets that you can't see from the outside. What? How fun's that? Makes it look fancier. And if you've done an iron-on or an embroidery design, like, you don't mess it up, it still looks fabulous. In your YouTube Studio dashboard, click the tube body icon. Pick a winner. Ah, yeah, but I want people. Okay, now that makes sense. I didn't realize it was an option. How fantastic. We're going to have more than one winner because one winner's not fun. There's like 20,000 of you. Admittedly, probably a lot of those don't watch anymore. I've probably gone out of vogue with quite a lot of people. Not that I care. If I'm being perfectly honest, like, I do what I want. If you don't like it, don't watch. I'm not offended. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Stop it. Alright, so we're going to grab out the rest of our outsidedness. We're also going to clip this edge together. I'm just going to clip it because I'm about to sew it, so I don't feel the need to sew it twice. Feels silly. But all these edges need to match. Yoink. All right, that now matches. So then we're going to take our fancy vinyl base, stick it together. actually, hold up. I've had a thought. Do we want studs on the front? Like, you know, around there. Because I like that. Okay, you know what? Let's get the studs and trial it out. Because, let's be honest, we spent a lot of time getting the damn studs. This is how many I have. These are the bases. Oh, I've got more actually. They all fell in there. And this is the very special stud press. So it's got a spring bottom, which you could use from a different one. But this one has the dome, so when we squish them, we're not going to wreck it. Very important not to wreck it. Ooh. We need both our cam presses. Ugh. Gosh, that's heavy. You do realize that one day soon I will probably make a sewing workout video just to be funny. I feel like it. It would greatly amuse our life. So these would be like body curls. But I need to, I don't know, something. It would be really funny though. All right, in you go. Give me these bad boys. Now I've literally never, ever, ever used these before. They've just been living here for years, waiting for me to be motivated. Today of all days is the day I chose, but whatever. It's fine. I want to try one on a scrap before we go, you know, wrecking my bag in case they don't work. I've literally never even checked to see if they work. This is a scrap of black. We're going to cut a scrap and try it out. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to apparently throw them on the floor. So, let's punch a hole. Love it. Then, you know what, I'll use the messy pile of them. We're going to get a post. Now, these are what I would call single cap rivets, so they have the hole. And then, I'm going to put this on here. And then, pop it on. And look at that. It's still pointy. I don't know if you can tell. Still pointy. Looks good. Bottom's nice and smooth. Ooh, actually, that's very nice and smooth. Did not expect that. Looks good. I'm feeling good about this. Feeling good. And I'm feeling good. Hey, get back here. Okay, so we're gonna go. Let's do this. If I want one there, because we obviously want one there, right? It's kind of the point. And then we're gonna go down an inch. This is my 1-inch ruler from Bromax. And we're going to leave the bottom because I don't want to sew over it with a sewing machine. Just started raining again for anyone keeping track of my weather. All right, they're even. Even is the most important part. I could do them closer, but I don't think that's necessary. I think that would be too much. Just saying. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on each side. I think that'll be a nice little amount. Could you do this with just not studs, but just normal things? Absolutely. Have I done it before? Yes. I would like to start getting more cool stuff like studs. Now that I don't have to offer them on my website. So the reason I never use these is because I wasn't going to offer them on my website. I could only also find them in silver. I couldn't find gold or bronze or gunmetal or anything. So my only option was silver, so I got them for myself. And then when I started selling hardware, because I wasn't going to sell them, I felt bad for using them. Literally, I felt bad. So I didn't. And now that I don't sell hardware anymore, I do what I want. If I can find the link again, I will send the link and you guys can buy them yourself. But they had the die set and the things. That's good. On the floor, out of my way. Let's do this. No, that was not what I was trying to do at all. Now, because these holes are nice and tight, I'm going to push all of these in, since I just made a mess everywhere. You can also charge more for having all these kinds of things. I would love to get different, like, height ones. So get, like, spikier ones and stuff. I think that would be so cool. These won't last very long. I can feel it. Hello, Tracy. Welcome. Ah! All right, all of the backs are now in. It's going to look so good. And all over this. I want different size studs now. Like I've just decided. Either I'm going hunting or maybe somebody else will and then link me in it, but it needs to happen. Gonna be amazing. What I would like to do in a perfect world is actually put them all around the edge, but like in an inch, and I will absolutely be doing that. Just not today. I'm not getting up again. I mean, I say that and you watch now, somebody will knock at my door. Theoretically, I'm not getting up again for anything else to add to the bag. It's a better sentence. All right, so now someone is going to absolutely love this. Oh no, something's getting squeaky. You can't tell me that is not fabulous. And they're pointy. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy. I don't care how ridiculous I am. I'm happy. Do-do-do-do-do. Now I want to make a shoulder strap with press studs. Oh, on a troll, because it's not, I made the troll so it's not adjustable, so I could literally do this. Yes. Does anybody else know where to get cool press studs? Or this size in gunmetal or antique silver, because then I could do press studs and those gun bullet things. So these are just a 2 rivet bullet. How cool is that? I have a bunch of them too. And again, bought them in antique silver because that was before I knew that silver and antique silver don't quite go as well as you'd think. But I mean, I could put them against with gunmetal hardware and that would be fine. I love it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Absolutely, yes. They are fabulous. I am happy. Pop them away temporarily till I get sorted so I don't drop them. And then, so now the question becomes, yeah, see, you need bullet studs. I'm not crazy. So the question now becomes, do I put them like around here? Or is that too ridiculous? The other option that we have is to put them down here, which is the top of the bag. I could put rivets along there. So that's option one. Option two, I don't think I have an option three. The top, so on the same blackness because it'll stand out gloriously. See, we just got to give my brain a minute and then we get there. So, we need the center, ladies and gentlemen. Shocker, I know. Always the center. It will be too much on the red. Okay, that's fine. Aren't you having fun designing this with me? So much fun, people. I'm having fun. You can just live vicariously through me because you guys don't have this stuff yet. And I say yet because at least one of you will now go down and hunt studs if you haven't already. We both know it's true. It's totally okay. Zip it open. Get a better line because you can't see that for crap. And then I'm absolutely charged. I don't know what I'm charging for this, but it's definitely going to be more than $120. If you wanted to make this even sturdier, which I haven't decided if I will or not yet, you can also add base stabilizer to the side pieces and foam to the front, back, and tops if you wanted to. And that there is the last one, because once you add an end on, we don't want to be too close. I am so glad for this. Watch you cut it out. Yeah, see? So the other option is if you've bought my 3-pack rulers, you could do them 1 1/4 inch apart and just use the same little ruler. This just happens to be a 1-inch one, and it's what I grabbed. If I had grabbed the 1 1/4, I would have done them 1 1/4 because that little bit wouldn't matter too much, I wouldn't think. You could put them closer as well if you wanted to, but I'm not feeling that. That's too much. Needs to have a bit of a gap so that they're fabulous. And this is just one of those extra dies that I have in the box that you guys are all like, why do you have so many? That's why. Did I want one more? I don't remember. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Yeah, okay. Then there's one in the middle. Makes sense. Good to go. So I worked from the middle out so that we get them fabulously. Now, we just need to make sure that we're not piercing the lining, and the next thing that I should have done, and I didn't, is we're going to grab the ruler again, and I want to make it ½ inch from the edge. because we want it to be pretty and we want it to be even, right? And these things are important. So you can actually just draw a whole line if you so desire. I am not here to stop you. Sometimes it's just quicker. Flip her around. Go again. It's actually quicker to draw the whole line than like all those mini half lines. Zip this out of the way. Do the last 3. Whoop. Love it. Now they'll be even. Because even is what we care about. Press. Press. I'm keeping my hand underneath to make sure that the other bit doesn't kind of sneak up and I punch holes in it, because that would suck. Now maybe if you're going to do these, do it before you attach the whole rest of it, but it's also not the end of the world. It's not that hard to move out of the way, so I'm not super phased, to be honest. I'm just more excited than anything. If you hold this like a chin up, it works way better than trying to push down. You want to pull down. And then grab this side, move everything away, go again. So this, Angela, is a Raggabrash, but we're turning it into an overnight bag, and so it's not going to look at all like a gym bag. Once I'm finished with this, you'll be like, oh my god, what a beautiful overnight bag, as opposed to let's take it to the gym and throw it around and fill it full of sweaty clothes. It's the wrong vibe. I mean, you still could. Whoever buys it can absolutely use it as a gym bag, but I think you'll find somebody will have it as like a weekend away bag, or like a change of clothes in the car. You know how you have like, some people have emergency stash of stuff in the car for any emergency? I feel like that's possibly what could happen to it as well. It'd look very cute in the back of a car, living its best life. Ugh. And so every time you open the boot, you're like, yes, fabulous. I'm going to be very professional and use my t-shirt to wipe off all of the dust, because it's easier to do it now before I add the press studs. We don't care that my t-shirt's dirty. This way. See, these really aren't going to last very long. I probably bought about 100. And I'm probably going to use nearly 30, 40, nearly 50 for this bag, actually. So there's what, 17? So 17, 34. 41, 4, 6, 7, 48. I'm going to use 48 studs on this bag. It is absolutely what clothes are made for, I promise. So these ones won't sit in as well because it's only a single layer of stuff. So I'm going to do these ones one at a time as opposed to the other one. Because it was 3 layers of vinyl, it was less likely to slip off or out or anything. So I'm going to do these one at a time. This is a very long video, so for all those that are sticking around, I appreciate that. 2 hours and 9 minutes so far. But to be fair, at least 10 of that was looking for stuff that I couldn't find. This is gonna be so good. Well, that matches my, yeah, wet pants, dirty top. I'm living the best life over here. I'm such a grub. I didn't even put makeup on today because I was like, I'm not going to show you my face. Yeah, well, whatever. This bag is seriously turning out to be the most glorious thing. And so the other thing is from the start, you guys saw the first video where we started. So we started with, I want the pretty fabric, and look where we've ended. We want 4 different vinyl, 3 different vinyls, studs, all the things, right? So you can change your design process as you go. I certainly wouldn't stop you. And your space is probably now more organized than mine because mine's all over the floor. I mean, it's in tubs, but all over the floor. It is going to make designing things a bit trickier because it's going to be harder to find stuff, but it won't stop me. Tomorrow's video is going to probably be a live because I do like to go live on Tuesdays, and it will be a troll. So I've already got one started to be cut out. And I feel that we're going to get quite studdish. I'm going to want more of these. I can already tell you. I'm about to use half what I bought for this bag, I reckon. I'm pretty sure it was a pack of 100. Maybe 200, but probably not. So I already know I'm going to need more because this is really fun and looks amazing. I'd just like to show you what it's looking like right now. I understand that this is not everyone's style, but even without it being your thing, surely you can appreciate how glorious it looks. For the right person. And I might not be the right person, though this is fabulous. You love it when my lives are long. It's longer than a movie. If you've been here from the start, this is longer than a movie right now. That one feels a bit loose. Let's try that again. One thing we are not having is loose freaking studs. Lord of the Rings. See, I love Lord of the Rings. Every few years, I do the marathon and watch all of The Hobbit and all of the Lord of the Rings over 2 days. I do all of The Hobbit one day and then all of Lord of the Rings the next day. I love it. Hubby's not into it at all, and that's okay. He likes gory anime, which I could probably very much get into. See, keeping you company. That's the whole reason I started the channel. Actually, I started because I wanted to be inspiring to others, and I was bored during lockdown because I was on an army base in the middle of nowhere. That's why I started this channel. And look at us go now. So this is not leather. This is a fake crocodile from Inklings and the Kraken in Australia. I think. I'm pretty sure it's from there. Oh, I hope I'm not wrong. Pretty sure it was Inklings because it's fabulous. But it's faux crocodile, so it's actually a vinyl. Ooh, I should make a studded wallet. I should design a zip around wallet, except everybody else has already done it, and I feel like people wouldn't buy the pattern because you've probably already got one. Yeah, I don't really watch movies anymore. I like to watch the occasional horror to see if they can scare me, but otherwise, I just watch reruns of Criminal Minds in the background. And I like to see if I can remember who the killer is from like the first 3 minutes of the show. I usually can. I have a pretty good memory. Alright, so that's one side, guys. Other side to go. It would be a Tory zip around, so it would be epic. I mean, I would like to do a zip around wallet. But I feel like you guys have already, like, a few people have bought them out and you've already got all the options. So I don't know what I could bring to it that would be different. I don't know what I'd bring that's different. I haven't bought any yet. At least I'll have one sale. Because I would love a zip around wallet for myself. And okay, I could go and make somebody else's pattern. But have you met me? Not really my thing. Not that I don't love other people's patterns, but because I can design, now I can pretty much look at a picture and design it. Like my brain's reached that level of gloriousness. So I don't want to. See, because there's Billy 50, her zip around one. There's the Maggie 55. There's another one out. It's got a weird name. Now I can't think of it. I know of at least 3. I also would really, and I'm going to do it, I want to do a zip around version of a coffin wallet. Now I understand that a lot of you won't buy it because you're not into that thing, but in my brain it's really, really cool. And not that I like the seemingly wicked one, but I just feel like a zip around one would be glorious. But those aren't Tory designed. Yes, but you guys buy more patterns than just my patterns. I am humble enough to realize such things. And if you've got a pattern similar, you're not then going to spend money on my patterns. Like, you want to see different stuff. That's what you're paying for. I understand all of that. See? Zip around coffin wallet. And I'd change some of so it wouldn't be just a zip around version of the seemingly wicked one. I have a few thoughts on how to change such a thing. I don't understand why it won't let you buy them. That's so weird. I will, I don't know how to fix that. I can do a money order through PayPal and then send them. I have workarounds. It doesn't make sense that it won't let you purchase stuff. I've never put anyone on like a not purchase, you're a fake account list. It sometimes comes up with alerts when people buy stuff that you're a fake account. And I've never like done anything about that because I know that you guys aren't like that. I've only ever had one that was like dodgy, but I got my money back, so it's not a big deal. Sometimes I buy patterns I already have from others because they have different methods. Yeah, okay. Okay, I will design a zip around wallet. You have convinced me. But before that, we are going to do alterations to my Harridan pattern. And if you guys aren't happy with my verbal instructions, I will rewrite the pattern and you can buy the add-on. Because I've had some thoughts since I designed that. Instead of it opening sideways like wench, we're going to have it open from the top instead of the side. So the same as the wench where we altered it. But the pattern pieces don't change for wench at all. Like no sizings or anything. It doesn't change. So that's why I've never rewritten that. But the Harridan, some measurements will change a little bit, but I'm happy to tell you them on a video. Although I could turn, okay, see, the longer I have, the more ideas my brains come up with. So with the Harridan, I could change the exterior pockets and have like a sew-on one. I've just had oh, come back here. Hey! Ugh. I've had some thoughts just sitting here. There is enough changes that I could do it as an add-on. It would be the basic same size, but all the outside pockets would be different. The zipper pocket would open differently. And I could do another very fancy strap attachment. Yeah, see, Harridan's cool. And I feel like enough of you don't know what Harridan is, but it's very on trend at the moment to be a small bag with a wallet attached. Very on trend. Which is not something I usually am. I know that. You know that. It's fine. Yoink. One more. I know this has been a long thing, so thank you all for sticking around for this. I've actually gone up. I'm up to 70 people. So hello all 70 of you supporting me. I appreciate you. You guys, look at that. Oh my God. I love it. Again, it's not for everyone. That's okay. I'm not for everyone either. People don't appreciate my energy as much as you might think. Oh, okay, so now I'm just putting them all into one bag, apparently. Oh well, whatever. Eventually, these will go into my cases, but I'm kind of out of space. I have too much stuff. It's fine. Best decision to put them in here. And if you wanted to on the outside, you could make little stickers to say what each one is. And then when you open them up, you can do it the same way. Best decision, because I've got so many. So many. And there's still room for more. Woo! Because I want bigger studded ones. Look at all the studs. Yeah! Oh yes, make sure you like my videos. Apparently it really helps me. Helps some algorithm-y thing. Alright, so now that we've done that, totally freaking worth it. Just saying. Just saying. I mean, you say I don't have too much stuff. Even I can appreciate that 4 tubs of fabric is too much. Plus, like 6 pigeonholes of vinyl. Like, I need to rein it in a bit. And also, if I can get it into a smaller amount, I could probably stay inside. Instead of being sent back to the shed. Not that I don't love my glitter floors because they are epic. But, you know, I have too much stuff to like comfortably and neatly stay in here. So I need to rectify that problem if I actually wish to stay in here. In saying that, I totally got fabric yesterday. I did a spotlight demo where I was doing craft with children. And as the demo person, you get paid in like stuff. So I got bag foam because my roll of bag foam is still not here and it's annoying me because I really want to make a handbag. I want to make an empress with the add-ons. Like I'm feeling inspired. Anyway, so I got that and then I got a meter of fur because I want to make a bunch of those killer bunnies because a lot of you said that you would purchase one. So I've gone and bought pastel rainbow, what's it called? Fur to make killer bunnies. And I got 65 centimeters, which was a remnant, of some nurse fabric. Because I do remember back in the day, I used to get a lot of requests for nurse-themed things. So I feel like build them and they will come kind of a moment. So I'm going to make some nurse-themed stuff. Do I know what yet? No, I do not. I'm thinking maybe like some little hussy cases or a pouches or, I don't know. A possum pouch would be cool. Boom! Snap! Boom! Shake, shake, shake. Okay, so then, because we stitched this side, we are now going to push this that way and then stitch on the other side because it's pretty. I am not putting bag feet on this because you would need a lot of bag feet and I'm just not here for it. I did put vinyl base, that's enough. You could put bag feet, but you'll need like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 probably. I would only be comfortable with 10 bag feet on this. Or get bigger feet, I don't know. Can you get bigger feet? I haven't looked. It also keeps hooking on the table, very rude. And I'm making sure that that's tucked under each time. Yoink. Trim. Other end. Trim. I've been pretty good with my tails today. You can never have enough stuff. I mean, you can. And I feel like I'm bordering on that. But I also do a lot of sewing. So I'm hoping that it won't take too long to get through it all. Yes, you can get bigger bag feet. Maybe I'm going to do that then. Let's attach. Oh, I love it. I don't care how ridiculous I am. I love it. It feels awesome. I am a fan. And we're sure not to put any on here, right? Because once I attach this, it's going to be really painful to do it. You know what? Maybe I have to attach it just to make sure. We're going to clip it. See? And just like that, I want to buy more stuff. I am the worst at this. I'm like, I want a fabric band. And then I'm like, that's okay, I'll buy hardware instead. I feel like we can't fully know if I need more studs until I've built it. It will be way more awkward to do them, but I can. It can be done. It's just a matter of should it be done. Ugh. Roll it all up. I know he'll say no now, but we'll just wait, because you just don't know. I don't know. Stitch, back stitch. You know what? This is gonna make it easier. Now that it's all big and bulky, we just run it against that. It makes it way easier to sew a straight line. This magnet is awesome. If you don't have one, you should get one. I think I've still got a few, but you don't have to even buy them from me. Get them from anywhere. But get a heavy duty magnet, not the lightweight ones that they sell at Spotlight, because they're, unfortunately, you can shove them too easy. Which defeats the purpose. They're not designed for bags, they're designed for clothes. Different life problems, you know? Oh, I just went to put that back on the non-existent magnet. Okay. See, I almost feel like I need a row of studs here too. But again, I'm probably getting a bit overexcited with all of the studs. Just bought Harridan. Aww! Do you like it? If you look at the pattern, it's actually really cool. I think it didn't get as much love because the front cover is brown. So I'm wondering, should I maybe update the front cover? And that makes it more enticing. But it's a really good man bag. I'd just like to point that out as well. It was, that pattern came from, somebody sent me a bag and went, can you make a pattern like this? And so I did. And it was a man's bag and they wanted a new one. So I designed the pattern based off that, but it was for a man. So it's a gender neutral bag depending on what you make it in. If you made it in leather, it would be a great man's bag, of which I plan on doing because I have a pile of leather in here, and if I use it, it's taking up less space. And because I should just use up my leather. It's all good and well to say I have leather, but if I'm never using it, it's just not as useful as it seems. Yoink. Alright, let's have a look at what it looks like. I mean, it's a bit floppy. It hasn't got its ends, so it's making it a little bit tricky. But that's the back with the studs along the top. And then that's the front. And you're right, I don't think it needs any more studs. I think that's enough. But what I am noticing is because it's all vinyl, it's quite heavy. We are going to add, what's it called? Base stabilizer to the sides. You could also add foam if you prefer, each to your own. And then we're going to bind it. Have your cutting table fabric and vinyl in the shed and just bring project into the house. Yeah, see, that's an option too. I have not done a market lately. The last market I did cost me $41 to be there, and I made $15 in sales, which is just ridiculous. My stuff is amazing. But since then, I have been uninspired to go because that wasted my time and my money and all the things. So I have not done a market lately, but I have been really good this past week, and I have put well, not all, most of the wooden things that I had for sale at the markets are now on the website for anyone to buy. So I've been pretty good with that. So for those that love Lord of the Rings, I now have the Prancing Pony sign. Is that not fabulous? It's 5 layers of wood, took ages, hand painted, epic. I love this. I kind of want to keep one, but I have nowhere to put it. So I've actually put them on the website finally. They've just been sitting here for ages, and I've got the little hooks on there too. So I've been attempting to be inspired. Now I need 2 of these. So what I'm going to do is, since we're all about, you know, just do it, I will get off my butt and do it. The templates are going to stay in the shed, and I'll just go out as I need them because they're all hanging neatly and I kind of like them where they are. So this is where it gets annoying. I don't want this in the seam allowance. So what I actually have to do is draw it on with my fabulous pen you guys sent me. Love this pen. It sparkles. So I have to draw these onto here and then take off a 1/2 inch seam allowance. It's very, very annoying, but it's going to be necessary because otherwise the weight of all the vinyl I don't think will hold the bag up, which is obviously not what we want. Okay, that didn't work. I'm also drawing on the glue side, which is not smart either. Not all pens want to draw on the glue. So rude, I know. So what I do is I draw with the template, and then before I cut it, I'm going to take a ruler and draw in 1/2 inch on all sides. Now the reason we do it to all sides is you could do it to one side, but then you've got to worry about the curves. This is the easiest way to do that. And I've never showed you guys this. So look at this. We're having a learning experience. And then you can just kind of curve the edges to copy the other curve. I just draw that. You could also probably use the actual template. Whatever floats your boat. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because then I only have to cut once. But you could probably use this template to round out those corners. Get a nicer curve or whatever. Scissors, because we can't use templates. You do waste a little bit of it doing it this way, I'm not going to lie. Mainly the, wait, give me that. That's not the end of the world. I'll come back and sit here and do it now. So I'm just going to curve those corners, chop off the excess. Now I didn't know I had to do this because I wasn't sure, but it's better to do it than have to do it later and unpick things because I don't want to. Now, you've got some options. We can iron it on, obviously. We could stitch it on and have like a line of stitching here. Or you can just, because I've already put all the hardware on, that's going to be painful. You can actually just put this on the lining because these are going to go together anyway. So we're going to iron it to the lining instead of the exterior. It'll all work out. It'll just be easier, like way easier. Because if we're trying to put it on here, putting that in a heat press is going to mess with our beautiful, beautiful studs. And I don't want to do that. So my life advice from today and from this experience is do it from the get-go. And if you're going to do vinyl on the exterior, probably put base stabilizer on the exterior before you start. Right? Since I asked, when looking through your patterns, I've never looked at the Harridan because of the cover picture. See? It's the cover picture because that bag is awesome. I will add it on my list of things to do. We're going to use my heat press. I love my heat press so much. It'll beep at me when it's ready, so we'll be right. But we're nearly finished. While I'm waiting for that to heat up, there's still other things we can sew. So I now need to turn, oh, I love it. Sorry, I just got sidetracked with the shiny things. I'm like a bird. I'm like, oh, it's pretty. We're going to turn it inside out and then sew the sides together to make it easier later. Oh no. Okay, nope. I forgot a step, and it's an important one from that exact moment that just happened. We need to stitch over the zipper so that it doesn't split open like it just did, because that'll be annoying. When trying to sew the bag together, that is not what we want. Nope, that's crooked. So Harridan needs a better cover photo. I should be able to manage that. You know what? I'll cut one out today and it can be a video for this week. Or maybe it won't be a video. Maybe I'll just do it so I can make the cover. Back and forth, back and forth. That is not coming out ever. Was that excessive? Yes. Yes, it was. Is anyone going to stop me? Not likely. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Yeah. And on that note, now we'll turn it inside out because now it shouldn't come undone. Not gonna lie, this is gonna be mildly annoying to turn through once we've got base stabilizer in the sides, but we will survive. Let's go back to the sewing. Ah, come back here. Throwing them away. So we just line up seam to seam, and then I'm gonna add about 3 clips in between each seam to seam moment. And it should all work out pretty gloriously. I've been measuring as we go and all the things. The back panel is usually the one that gives you the most grief, but we sorted that from the get-go because I cut them wrong. So it should work out fine now. Also, I don't need to really put clips on the zipper top part because it all matches just fine. You don't need a lot of clips, but clips just mean you don't have to keep adjusting because I'm lazy and I don't want to. Alright, start from wherever. 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. It'll ensure you don't see any of this stitching, but it holds it together. Makes your life much quicker when making the bag. Hardest bit is not sewing clips. Backstitch out of habit. And then we need to change to black thread because we're doing black binding. Missed most of the live. Was at the hospital. Oh no. It's ready. All right, let me go quickly iron that on. Can't I get the weirdest songs in my head? We do 8 seconds at 180 degrees Celsius, which is, I think, 3 something Fahrenheit. All right, ta-da! Still just looks normal, but it's now glorious on the back. I've turned the heat press off because it heats the house up and I won't be cutting a new bag for a while. I have other things to do. Seam to seam, clip it in place. This at 80% is really good size for kids too, if anybody needs to know that. I've seen in one of your videos from 4 years ago that you had jet black hair, wearing all black with a leather jacket. Yeah, I go through phases. I did love that leather jacket. I wore it so much it died. Like literally started peeling apart. I had to get rid of it. My hair has changed because I get bored quickly. Recently I put pink and purple in my hair. I have been chocolate brown, black, blonde. I've had pink hair. I changed my look on a whim. I'm currently in a slightly more girly phase, but every time I get black nails, it makes me want to do bright red lipstick and be punk. I do not conform to just one look forever. That's boring. But also, like up here where I live, it's a bit too hot to be rocking the leather jackets. But I do totally rock around with like horror bags and stuff. I love my horror bags. I have an Empress add-on that has horror. I did it as a video, pretty sure. Alright, now that we've just got, this is now one piece, which is so much easier. I did briefly have green hair. See? I've had red hair, green hair, brown hair, lots of shades of brown hair, blonde in several shades. All the things. Because why just stick to one when you have the option to do all the things? It's fun, and if you hate it, you just die it again. I actually really like my black hair. So I'm just layering the two layers together so that this is one piece too. I missed a bit, but it'll be fine. Actually, I missed a lot, so that won't be as fine. Alright, one piece. for a while. So I started making patterns in like 2021 and it's 2025. So that's a fair chunk of time. Where do I have a black bobbin? Oh, I do. Excellent. Oh no. You're all about to hear me complain. Just so you're aware. We're using bonded polyester because it's the only black I've got. See, I need to buy more. Although, hold on. What else have I got? What's this? That's M20. It's probably too thick for this project. And this one is Tex 150. And this one is M25. I have a lot of black, but they're all... That's Tex 150. I think that's a bit thick for what I'm trying to do. But I really hate this. And hate is a strong word. Nope, March 2020. Okay, well there you go. Yeah, I change my hair a lot because why not? My husband doesn't care, and even if he did care, it's my hair, I do what I want. He's growing a mustache right now. He can say nothing. You know what? We're gonna do it. What's this one? I reckon they're about the same. You know what? Stuff it. We're gonna use ridiculously thick thread just so I don't have to use bonded polyester. It's happening. Nobody and nothing can stop me. Probably was March of 2020. That's when COVID started and nobody wants to buy handbags anymore. It's what inspired me to start making patterns. Because I was bored at home doing nothing. So I'm like, patterns and a YouTube channel. Because I used to just do other people's patterns exclusively. Because I didn't have any of my own. And you guys all really wanted me to do a live, and it turns out you can't do a live on YouTube unless you have 1,000 followers. So I think you guys managed to get me 1,000 followers in the course of like a day, because you guys wanted me to be live, and I only had like 500. So you guys all convinced everybody else to go subscribe just so I could go live. I remember that. It was amazing. That right there is how you love and support each other. All right, cut that off. Get out of the way. Let's do this. Final steps, ladies and gentlemen. Now, both the ends are the same, so you can do it however you want. We do need to find the center, because the center of everything. And if we find the center on the 3 sides, it will make your life easier. Like way easier. Because we found the sides on these pieces. So for those that have been here from the start, it has probably been 5 years. Look at that. I get depressed if I don't get a Tory video. I do as many as I can fit into a day. If I made more money, I would hire a cleaner, right? And then I could do more stuff. But I can only, I literally do everything myself. And because I don't make enough money, I can't even hire someone to edit the videos or do my online marketing. If I could afford it, I would absolutely pay someone else to do all of that so that I would have more time to make more stuff, because that would be awesome. But it doesn't work like that. The green machine was not green. And I remember when I first decided to paint it, I'm like, I am sick of looking at gray. Gray is miserable. We're already all miserable enough because it's COVID. Let's paint it. How hard can it be? And that sentence, how hard can it be, is the basis for everything I do. If they can do it, I can do it. How hard can it be? Some things are obviously harder than others, but, it's not that hard. Determination, perseverance, and a Google search does a lot. See, lining up the 4 side points, so easy. Yeah, I did a video because I wanted to inspire other people to go and paint their own machines. Why are you keeping it grey? So a lot of people won't paint their stuff for resale value. Let's be beautifully honest, or brutally honest. I am never selling my machines. I am keeping it. Yeah, like, if I could paint and if I could draw, this would be covered in horror stuff already. The best I can currently do is stickers, because the few people I've spoken to do not seem as excited and keen to paint my machine in horror theme as I am. But a horror theme machine is the dream, because we called it the Scream Machine. Green Machine and Scream Machine. I don't do a lot of editing in my videos to begin with. It's mainly because sometimes I have to stop and get stuff. So instead of you guys hanging out waiting for me to go find things, I hit the pause button. But I keep in any mistakes I make, and then I teach you how to fix them. I don't overly edit my videos, but it does all still take time. It's just how it is. Now, I've just realized I should probably sew it from this direction. Whatever. Now, I'm going to sew this at 3/8 of an inch, so when I put my binding over it, we're not going to see the stitches. Just so you all know. We're going a bit slower than normal because all my clips are upside down, such as life. I don't ever edit out my mistakes. There's no point. I don't need to pretend that I'm a perfect sewer. It's not my vibe at all. I'm here to be inspirational, not for you to be in awe of me. You too can be as good as I am. Go watch my latest video and then go back and watch the first video I ever did and look at how different my sewing capabilities are. I am way better now, and it is practice. It's got nothing to do with I'm naturally talented. It's not that. It's I practiced over and over and over. So you too can be this awesome. I keep it real. The Tory Squish, how good? Violently manhandling your bags since 2020. But it works, doesn't it? But why? We like it when you make long videos. Well, that's good, because I don't really... The only ones I shorten are laser videos. But I'm also aware that most of you don't watch those, because I can see my bag videos get about 1,000 to 2,000 views, and all of my laser videos get like 300. So I can see that you guys aren't into that, and that's fine. But watching the laser in slow motion is just not for everyone. It's not for me. I mean, it's fun if you're sitting in front of it, but probably less fun at home. See? Sandra painted her machine. You all can do it too. You should do it. Do it. Oh my God. I didn't actually check if I put that on the right way, people. Sometimes I'm hilarious. I mean, it's on the right way, so apparently I subconsciously did it, but I did not consciously make sure that went on correctly. Good job, me. On the other side, that's really awesome that I can just subconsciously do things properly. Yay, my brain. We're also not clipping it on today because you can't make me. And it turns out I have a better success rate if I don't clip it on first. So we're just not gonna. Because let's be honest, who's gonna stop me? Nobody's here. You physically can't. And with practice, you can do this too. And remember how I always miss the start? Look, if I don't clip it, I don't miss. There was a little evil laugh. Yes, yes, there is. I evil laugh quite frequently in my real life. I am a little bit evil, what can I say? This is just as quick if you actually don't clip it on. I clip it because a lot of you would freak out. But since I've already done a video for this, you can just deal. You'll be fine. Some things you're just better off not clipping. This, I feel, is one of them. Look at how quickly this is going. And you just keep shifting the bag out of the way. It does help with the walking foot. I will admit that this is much harder to do on the green machine. If you don't want to clip things. Much harder on the green machine. But I'll be interested to see how many bits I missed. I've probably missed somewhere. It's inevitable. But it'll be fun to see how much or how little. Overlap. Did anyone see where I put the light? Oh, there it is. I actually put it away. Yeah, clips are not as, like, they make you mentally feel secure, but quite often they just get in my way, wreck my whole flow. All right, let's see how we did. Oh, I missed a little bit in the corner. That's not so bad. I can fix that. In the scheme of things, I'm actually totally okay with that. You've also got to remember, this has got a base stabilizer in it, which is making everything more tricky as well. So, should be right. Get the sewel, stab it in, problem solved, boom. Is this for a certain someone? No, this is going to be for sale. So hopefully I'm going to go, after I finish this video, I am hopefully going to go put it up on my website and sell it. And if not, I will take it to the market. So this is just, I'm just making it because it's cool and somebody else will think it's cool. I've still got my zombie pinup bag, which is one of these. So I don't need another one, and that was excessive. I literally put embroidery on the bottom of the bag just because I could. It's been months. Oh, you're inspired to do your nails. That's good. I don't know if you can see, but look! Sparkles! I know it's not sparkles. I know it's studs, but it still looks cool. Sparkles in the light. Totally counts. Alright, let's put the other end in. Oh, I didn't find the center of everything. Hiya! Feel free to manhandle your bag. I am not at all gentle, because if they're gentle, they can't hold things. Like, if it's gonna be fragile and break, it's not good as a bag. Be tough with it. It'll be fine. I promise. Have more faith in your sewing. Wait. Alright, bottom. I'm being consciously aware that I'm putting it in the right way this time. Yay! And we're going to have our clips face the other way this time as well, because it'll be quicker sewing it. So we're going to go all the way along the bottom, and then when we get to the curve, we're going to stop and we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to do the top and the zipper and clip that like that. Yes. Hold it in place, clip it down, other side. Work from the center outwards, always works best. Don't do the corners. We do the corners last. This bag is epic. So my other plan is you're going to see this fabric pop up until I use all of it. It's like a really weird shape now because I was fussy cutting everything. So I basically don't want to have to put it away and try and fold it neatly to live out its days in the scrap pile. So we're just going to use the whole thing up. So I'm thinking, and feel free to correct me, but I'm thinking having a matching set. So I'm thinking a hussy case, which is really good to put your makeups in. I'm thinking a pouchel. And then if there's enough after those two things, I will also make a possum pouch as a separate bag. But I feel like this as a set would be amazing. What do we think? Sandra, my nails look terrible, by the way. We're having opposite problems. You've got fabulous ones and mine look atrocious. Well, I could also do a driggle draggle, which was that pattern I made, which is really good for like putting all your tall toiletries in, like your bottles of shampoo and stuff. Oh, itchy nose. Look how stiff and glorious that end is. Get excited, guys. This bag's gonna stand up great. Am I insane? Abso-freaking-lutely. Don't even care. I also need to move that. I'm gonna start wherever. Pick a side, any side. It's a square, so it doesn't really matter. 3/8 of an inch, off we go. Idea for a fundraiser. I could do like a 24-hour live video sewing. Oh, and it could fund the laser I want so I can do bag hardware. That could be fun. 24 hours live. I mean, that would be a lot. Think of all the things I get done though. I'd be available to everyone. So we'd have to do like, not a GoFundMe page, but like you can donate to Facebook. I've seen it as a thing. So we could have a donation where I'm 24 hours live sewing things. So it'd be sewing and cutting and sewing and cutting. Or I could pre-cut like, I'd almost have to pre-cut like 20 things. Depending on what they were. And we'd have to allow for a certain number of toilet breaks. But still. Because it's not good to hold your bladder. Bad for you. That would be a cool fundraiser. Because I really want to be able to do custom bag hardware. And then once we got the machine, I would then also do a giveaway of bag hardware. Set up a Ko-fi account. I don't know what a Ko-fi account is, but I will definitely look into it. It'd be a really good fundraising idea, I think. I'm going to flip it over that way. Yes, that'll work better. All right, which one's the bottom? This one's the bottom. Because I could do, I could absolutely do 12 hours. $12 is easy though. I don't feel like 12 hours is fair. That's why I thought 24 hours. I'd be delirious in like the nighttime bits. It would probably be really funny to watch, to be honest. Deliriously tired and still sewing. And knowing me, I wouldn't just do normal things. I'd do like all the studs and stuff and be ridiculous and make gloriousness. We'll see if there's enough interest to people that would want to support that. Because there's no point in doing a fundraiser if nobody's got any funds to help me raise. And we wouldn't be doing anything just simple and boring, because that's just not who I am. Not what I'm about. Flip it. Cut off those tails. I'd start, so I wouldn't start at like 8:30. I'd start at like super early in the morning, like 5 a.m. because I am a morning person, I reckon. But it would be really funny to like check in towards the end when I'm delirious. Hey, I got it! I got it! Because I would very much like to, I feel like that would be a fun fundraiser. And we could make some requests of certain bags I do while I'm deliriously tired. We need a lot of Red Bull. Maybe some no-dose tablets, which if anybody doesn't know what no-dose is, it's a caffeine tablet you can get in Australia. All right. I would have to do it on a weekend because then hubby could either cook or order pizza or have a charcuterie board. Oh my God, yes. You guys, this looks amazing! And the stabilizer, look at that, sits beautifully. So we can either do it as, I've got 24 hours to make X amount of bags, because that would be fun. So we could pick like the same pattern that I have to make an X amount of number. And they all have to be equally fabulous. So there's no like rushing. You might, or we could do, I have to make X amount of like sets. So you have to have a bag and a wallet and a keychain. Because that would be fun. Because then we're doing like a full set and I'd have to pick different things so that no two sets are the same. Because that requires a lot of thinking. I have to have different wallets to different bags. And then different prints. All right. You want to see? You want to see? Look at the stats! Oh my gosh! You can't see. I need to move the camera. Let's move you back. And angle it up. All right. Look at that. It's a bit saggy. A way to combat that in the future is this piece here. Add some stabilizer, right? But you can't tell me this bag is not totally worth $150 Australian. I don't know what that translates to where you live, but I think that's more than fair. So if you wanted it stiffer, you would just add a little bit of interface in there. But once that's full, it'll be fine. Right? Look at it. The base is fat. I mean, it's a bit wrinkly. We'll have to iron it. But, you know, zipper pocket at the back. And we've fussy cut all of the girls. The end looks amazing. The studs on top are epic. Totally worth it. And then with the matching shoulder strap. Ah! What do we reckon? I reckon that's epic. I reckon I could make it a $200 set if I add a few like other accessories with it, because I do still have some of the fabric. Not a lot, but some. Where is it? It was here. Did it fall? It probably fell on the floor. I don't know. It's somewhere. Doesn't matter. That is awesome. Hey, would you kill 2 birds with 1 stone? You would work through some fabrics too. Yes. I hope it sells. It would be awesome if it sold today, but I'm never that lucky. And I can't get access to my Facebook page to let people know it exists, which sucks. But it is fabulous. I love it. I love that we fussy cut her. I think that turned out great. Okay, so right now, I just want to point out, right now, see my zipper? It looks dodgy. I promise it's actually not. You just need to, see that? See the difference? I did nothing but touch it, right? So see here, bit dodgy. Straighten it, problem solved. There's nothing actually wrong with my zipper. It's fine. There you go. See, it looks smooth now. It was just the way it was sitting. It's not always you that's the problem. Sometimes it's just the way something is sitting. You give it a bit of a zhoop and it's good. Send me a picture on Messenger and I'll post it on your Facebook page. I think it come out great. I love the studs. The studs are everything. I need to buy more studs, people. I need to find them in other hardware colors. I really just want gunmetal. So if I could have gunmetal and silver studs, that would be enough. Maybe gold, but light gold and yellow gold are always hard. Like, I like light gold. I don't like yellow gold, and studs usually come in yellow gold, just to mess with me. But the 2 zippers on top, you can't tell me that looks like a gym bag, right? Honestly, there's no way you would look at that and go, that's a gym bag, even though it's a gym bag pattern. It's all in the way, like the little accents. I love it. Yay! All right, well, on that note, I'm going to go because I have been here for 3 hours and 12 minutes. Thank you all for tuning in that long. I appreciate you. But I will think about doing a 24-hour sew-a-thon. We've got to think of a cooler name than that. We'll come up with it. It'll be fine. But in a way to fundraise for me to be able to get the stuff we need. It'll be awesome. But yeah, so I will sell this. I can't decide if I just want to put it up as is and sell it and then turn the rest into a bag. Oh, here it is, here. So, what's left of my glorious piece? I'll show you what we got because I found it. This is what we've got. So there's enough to make some stuff, but the only piece that's full width is that little bit there, right? So we've got enough for like a strap, and then that right there, that piece you can see, I could probably get a possum pouch, and then you've just got like a random little bit down the bottom, and then this random bit, but again, too big to throw out. So maybe a wallet and a bag, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But thank you all for popping in. I do need to work out how to do a giveaway. We're absolutely doing that. I'm going to make up cute little boxes. I can't decide if I want to tell you what's in it or if I want it to be a surprise. I don't know. Both options are cool. Maybe I'll seal some of them and then have one open. So you'll be getting, so whoever wins, I want to put in some lasered stuff. I want to put in some sewing themed stuff. I've got some rulers. I've got, yeah, makeup bag. See? Makeup bag. I've got some stuff. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I like to just wing it. I'm going to put in a tumbler. I've got a purple tumbler that has the seams legit when I was doing those tumblers, which I can still do, but they're custom order only. But I've got a purple sewing seams legit tumbler that'll go in. We'll see. We'll see. But I've got to figure out how to draw the winners first. So before, and I've got to make them up. So bear with me. Everything takes time. Welcome to my life. But this will be something. So keep an eye out for it. And I will see you all in the next video.